Where does self-cherishing and self-existent live? And what should we do to them?
We should grind their head with a saw 3 times.
That was last class. This class, basically this class was a lot of metaphors telling the same thing.
I think they are living in the heart.
Right.
Yeah.
And he mentioned something, that there was something in specific related to yoga, you could say?
In the heart chakra?
Yeah.
Knots.
Yes. They're not in the heart chakra. Right.
Cut it.
Mhm.
Not even untie it.
Right.
No, I think it was from untiming.
So we should kill them both.
That'll probably be one of his sex routines.
Yeah, and he said cut them instead of untie them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Second question. What metaphor? What metaphor does our author uses to refer to the cycle of pain?
That's morning classes.
Please explain the different elements that he put in it and their meaning.
The bag.
Yes, the bag full of what? Right, but he said different things. Like there were two substances in the bag that represented different things. Uh-huh. Yeah, that represents. Right, but that represents. No, actually, he didn't talk. No. Yes, bad karma and negative emotions, and there. It was filled with 5 poisons. Who can tell me who they are except for Hector? Right. Yes. Okay. Oh, sorry. Well, you already said the answer.
I want to check if it's correct. If you write it right.
Well, what do you think about the question? Was it written correctly?
Oh, yeah, by the way, I forgot to say, the sack itself was self-cherishing.
Does our author use to refer, not uses?
What does use? Okay, okay. All right. So, what is the big irony about the cycle of pain according in this text?
You don't want my personal opinion?
You don't want to go out. Oh, you think working out is good.
Yeah.
Do you think what?
Going to the gym is good.
I don't think he mentioned the gym.
Not sure.
To go back, what is the Tibetan term?
Treadmill.
Good job. I thought he mentioned it.
He was saying something. I mean, yeah, it's renunciation in general, but he said something very specific related to. The thing is, if I tell you, I'll tell you the answer.
Like play or something that you think it's good when it's not.
Right. Yeah.
Like you enjoy the things you shouldn't.
Yeah, that we don't even see the urgency. We don't, because we're not scared enough.
Razor from a honey from a razor.
What's irony?
They escort us to the lower ranks.
Yeah, that's not really irony.
Yeah.
Oh, we don't even know to be afraid.
Well, because he talks about how it's full of suffering, self-cherishing, 5 poisons, and the irony is that we don't even see the urgency to get out. Well, in my opinion, I don't know if.
Irony would be if they saw something good and something bad.
Well, yes.
That I run to the things that.
Right.
I'm just looking at the original version. That I
Yeah.
run to the things that would take me there, thinking that
I think
not
you're
not
right.
enough to be afraid.
Right.
That
Bah.
would be irony.
All right. Vocabulary.
Do it? Yeah.
Not.
Yes, nuts.
Cannot.
Separche. Uh-huh. Yeah, this. Yeah. Come. And Chester Chim, dance and dance.
Dance and dance.
Why does he mention dance twice?
Because
Because of the previous answer.
Right. Yes. Okay. Thank you. All right.
Is there such a thing?
Ironic.
Whoa, so how's our date changing?
I don't know.
So, because Seiji wasn't until tomorrow, so.
Oh, so I had to shift some things around. Sorry about that. So I'll tell you the updates as they're unfolding. But, Seiji's gonna go, and then Sugong, and then the schedule will be back to what it was.
So then Word goes tomorrow early?
Word will go tomorrow at 6:45. Is that okay with you, Word? Yeah.
Usually.
And then Adam, and then me. That's tomorrow.
Oh,
So
that's
today,
3 lightweight texts in a row.
today is Seiji, Sugong, Allison, Dr. Wu, and Ben.
Who's tomorrow?
Tomorrow is Word, Adam, and me.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And then, so 3 classes tomorrow. 5 in a row today, so don't think you're getting a break because you're not. 5 classes in a row today. Every time. Every term. I don't know whose idea this was.
Oh,
But I'll take
then I do the class downstairs.
And then you do the class downstairs. I think it's like the ethics class.
Yeah.
Birds and the bees class.
Birds, bees.
The birds, bees class.
It is.
By the way, I repeat that you should look super intelligent later today if a gentleman comes who wants to pay for all the colleges around the world.
Mm.
And meditation's pretty good. Which I've decided where they go and what they do. And then, what's the other thing? Tomorrow. So please don't disappear tomorrow.
Tomorrow when?
I don't know.
Oh, so
Don't disappear.
our classes are.
Well, I mean, it's bad if he comes to like the online thing and there's 3 people in there. Because everybody flew.
Oh, you
home
mean the
early.
Facebook thing?
Yeah.
Oh.
If he comes to that. I don't know if he's coming to that. I'm just saying, help me out here.
We got your head.
It's your college, it's not
Try to
mine.
look
I'm going to be retired by then. Right?
Your microphone seems to be.
Hello.
Is all this being broadcast?
It's like
Yeah.
drunk. Oh, you want to turn it on also? Hello. Whew. Okay, good. All right, here we go. I don't know if it makes any sense to try to look smart ahead of time. It's probably worse, but at least dress nice today and tomorrow. Like Nick is super handsome. I bet Mooncake chose the tie. Okay. Then welcome to our visitors. Thank you for coming.
Royan and Tracy.
And Venerable Gyaltse, who has been the director of Diamond Mountain for 89 years.
She looks so young.
The best news is this morning she told me we have a plan to finish the roads.
Oh, nice.
Okay, in the car. Mice and men have designed this plan.
Right.
Okay, go.
Alright. Sawa. Pungche tokpe gola chemse chem. Ngola chemse chem. Chatak she mening la maraya.
Yeah, this is a refrain. What's a refrain, Stanley? It's a part of a song that repeats over and over. Like in that song you sang in Bali. The one that I tried to sing the refrain. So the part that comes in every time, again, that's called refrain. So he has a refrain. He keeps coming back to this. Therefore, Seiji will be easily able to translate it.
I will dance and dance.
I will dance on the go. Head of my tokpa without an S.
Really
Stupid ideas which are punging me. Which are ruining my life. Okay, I will dance on top of the idea that my husband is mad because he's hungry. I will dance on top of that. Okay, because it's a wrong idea. And I will marry out to the Ning. Come on, Seiji, you're not getting out of it. He's trying to look down.
Yeah. Destroy. Yeah.
I will stick the heart to the death of my Dao, my enemy, who is Dakshima.
So.
The butcher.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
The butcher, which is my own tendency to take care of myself. First.
That's the first time we saw
To butcher. Okay.
The butcher, yeah. Shima. Yeah. Okay. It's a beautiful refrain. You have to make it sweet,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
I'm so sleepy. Okay, go.
De tak nie la trupe zong tru chung. Cha che mang la kang yang tar mi chin.
I'm just going to let him comment on it because I don't want to give away the punchline. What's punchline, Xiaoping? It means the end of the joke, the last words of the joke. Everybody's waiting for the punchline. So I don't want to give the punchline first. Okay, we have to let him tell the joke first. Okay.
Okay.
Here we go.
Chete de tak nie wa ni chang chup nam rim ta bui nyam len nam. Sam nien chup sok che nang shak ni suma song kong ne kong she tang. Wong she tang. Shall
seek two low tones.
Shall seek sok de pa tang.
Let's stop there. De tang nyo means things close at hand, things I could achieve easily and quickly, low-hanging fruits, things I could do easily, results I could get quickly, like practicing Changsu Langri Rimba. Yeah, going to the Diamond Mountain retreat and just sitting there and doing Lamrim. This doesn't require a great deal of effort. Or Tsam Yen, Tsam.
equivalent things.
Tsam.
Oh, tree.
Yeah, staying in retreat. Now the 3-year retreat has a name in Tibetan. Nyen Chen. Nyen Chen. Nyen Chen. Prenasal. Sorry, prefix letter, Nyen Chen. So Tsam and Nyen are the same thing. Tsam means to stay in retreat. Nyen means to stay in retreat. Tsam Nyen sort of implies a serious retreat. Drub means I could try to do a retreat, you know. But even when I do stuff like that, which is stuff you could start tomorrow, you don't have to. You could just go to Diamond Mountain and start one tomorrow, right? Guilty? She would buy all your food. Okay. Shakni Sum. This shak is the 24-hour shak. Okay, so within 2 or 3 days, before Kong, 2 or 3 days has gone, those until words with the negative, okay, until 2 or 3 days has not gone, which means in English, until 2 or 3 days have gone. I expect to get Nguyen
You say direction, realization.
clairvoyance. I expect to read other people's minds. Shall seek is a beautiful word. It means to see the face of the angel.
Wow.
Okay. I expect to have a direct encounter with Vajrayogini. Shall seek. It's a beautiful word. I like the word. See her shining face, right? The last lines of the prayer. Okay. Shall seek depadang. You expect. Okay. You expect after 2 or 3 days of retreat. Okay. And then go ahead and please read this, which you didn't read yet. Lobnir.
Lobnir shikche nang mur tu mingtak sok chung na nyampa ta pui te tak shintu nyewa yimpala.
Lobnir shikche nang, even if you decide to devote yourself to study, Geshe Mingtak is you earn a geshe, but you haven't gone through the final ceremony yet. So you just, what do you call it? You can't fail after that. It's just the ceremony is left. It means the name has been applied. Nominally you're a geshe, but it has not official yet. But everyone, you can't fail at that point. You just have to show up, and you get your geshe. So geshe mingtak. You are a geshe, pre-confirmed geshe. Okay, mingtak. So chungna and yampa tabu. You're expecting, after 2 days of study in the mixed nuts group, that they would give you a mingtak. Okay. And you expect to meet Vajrayogini after 2 days of retreat. Okay? Nyambatama, you think to yourself like that. Those are close at low-hanging fruits, aren't they? Very low-hanging fruits. No effort, automatic result. It's a joke.
I think so,
Okay. Yeah. You think it's close at hand. Okay? Yembala, please read.
대탁 대축팔라 손추텐네 메발라와탕 로삼 론파나탕체네 적팔체파탕.
Yeah, okay. Then, but to get that and that, meaning the shell stick and the mingtak, okay, got it? To get those high results, Jundu me.
You don't even need to effort yourself.
You don't want to work hard. Dene me. Dene at all. You know, you have no desire to work at it. You're just lazy. Dene me. And then after a dawa, or maybe after a year, limba means past, has passed. Tang che.
Give up.
Just give up.
You get tired. Tang che means
Tang che.
you got tired.
Give out.
Yeah, you get tired of making an effort. It takes about a month, maybe in some cases less than a year. Then you're like, oh, joke here means leave it, drop it. Joke, you set it down, and then you just go do other stuff. Okay, got it? Meaning the retreat or the geshe studies. The geshe studies dropout rate is about 80%.
Whoa.
That's where all the cooks come from in the monastery. It's a pretty good incentive to finish your geshe. You want to spend your life standing inside the teapot and cleaning it. It's like huge. It's as big as this room. And it's not a nice place to spend your day. Okay, Deshintu.
대신투 자체망 와 텔롭 녀체페체 대탈 마침팔 각좌 낙과 낙좌 남수 슈바탕.
Let's stop there, okay? Deshintu chachi mawate. Guess? Chachi mawa?
There's a lot of stuff to do.
You get tied up in a lot of things. You make yourself busy. Okay, chache is stuff to do. You get yourself into lots of stuff to do. And even if you do enter a course of study, the Geshe course, before tar,
Before you finish.
you enter the Ngaki Chatsang.
So you go to the secret monastery.
You go to the tantric monasteries, Gyume or Gyuto, and many people do that. You're allowed to enter. You can enter those tantric monasteries as a worker. Monk. Drone? No. Like a worker bee. And you don't do the study. You just work there. But you are considered a member of that monastery. So maybe a quarter of the monks in the Ngakajatsang are not studying Tantra. They're just doing cook work. And so you skip the rest of the Geshe course and you go straight to the Tantric monastery. Okay? Which is a typical thing. I was there the night they started their first debates. So it took them 15 years to start their debating, you know. So, yeah, and I had a good debate. I kicked it in. Okay. Ngakajatsang namsu shukpa, enter, past tense of juk, right? Juk. You enter the monastery, but please continue, Mr. Seiji. De la shukne.
De la shukne kyang chak sok dharma chinpar Sri Trutap Purndrowa.
You guys can read this. You guys can probably do it. Even though you shuk in that,
I know you've gone to the tantric monastery.
Jigme's going to a doctor's appointment, so I'll see you later. Even just a regular checkup with the super handsome doctor. You know Seal? Seal?
Yeah.
He looks just like Seal. And he's graduated from Harvard Medical School. Anyway, yeah. Even though you you decide you skip the Geshe course, you go to the Tantric monastery, but you don't tar chin the ngaki choga.
The rituals of tantra.
Yeah, which is all they do there. I mean, basically, they learn to ring their bell at the right time, and it's kind of disappointing. I was there. I spent some time there, and they're very focused on rituals. So he says, before you become a ritual master, they don't study that much, the tantras. You guys studied it more in Diamond Mountain than they do. So anyway, before they finish their ritual mastery degree, okay, they decide, it'd be better to go to a retreat.
Oh.
Yeah, I should go do, a serious retreat in a cave or something. This tantric stuff, this is just rituals. In other words, you keep thinking it's something else you should do. You go to, okay? So before you finish the course of study at the Tantric College, you decide, maybe I should go into the deep retreat in the mountains or something. Return. Go ahead.
태양 달마 칭팔 셴 식체 파 타부 남테 대탈체 육켄 양닥첸진 두 동네 날신. Okay.
Deyang Tarmachin.
You don't finish that.
Yeah, and that's my teacher's name there, right? Tarchin. Who has gone to the end, but these other guys are Tarmachin.
They didn't.
Geshe Tarmachin. Tarchin. Then you want a Shenshik Chipper.
Do something else?
Yeah, you want to do something else. You decide to do something else. Who is it that gets you to do all this? Who's the Juken?
Self-cherish.
Yeah, who gets you to act like this? Keep changing things, keep trying new practices. Yeah, Dak Chenzen. You should tone. You gotta, this whole theme of recognizing who's the bad guy. It's your habit of taking care of yourself. Who's the bad guy in this story? In Seiji's text, it's always watching out for number one. That's an idiom, right? You guys know that one. Watching out for number one. Number one's gonna be number one.
Got that?
50 cents for the band. No, he didn't guess. He's too young. Sly and the Family Stone.
Yeah, totally.
If you want me to stay. Yeah, and then some hot, cool red chili peppers tried to do that. Okay. Yeah, so when you recognize, what's this part mean for $20? Very easy, 4 syllables. $5 a syllable. That's the highest price I ever offered.
That's fine.
Okay, Tony Garcia, I saved the money. Once you've recognized who the culprit is, who's the bad guy, then as before you should go back to the refrain. Okay, it's very cool the way he did it. He said, he says, as before you should dance on the head of your bad mind, kill the heart of your self-cherishing. Okay. It's very cute the way he did the segue. You should. And then we go back to regular text. Okay.
Okay. Kinder chela te kyu sokmi sok dukche sen chunglan de nang ngam chemse.
Nam semche.
Nam semche.
Yeah, chimse chim. Okay, let's read the commentary. Shepani.
Shepani rangchak pal chewa tang te nang ne kyang chul pe ku nam tang ku trak nam ki ra
Say,
se tabu nam te chung ngu ne ki la shorwa we kin de
nice prenasal. I congratulate you on your prenasal. It's better than your Thai.
You barely speak.
Yeah, it was halfway out of my mouth.
kin de chewa yin pala.
Good. Rangchat.
Oscar.
Now, this sentence is very delicate, okay? This sentence is very delicate. He starts out with the inclusive me. You know, us guys, you know, we're all in the same boat together. Rangchak means, you know, you have this problem, I have this problem, we're all very much the same. It's a very democratic word. Okay, so he starts out with Rangchak, but where he's going, so most of us, all of us, you and me, okay, most of us, you and me, but among the you and me, those chukus, yeah, which is really irritating in the monastery. They recognize some 6-year-old as a reincarnated lama, chuku, right? Then after that, we have to run around and serve them. If they get to sit in front of the high geshes, they get to spill everything. We have to clean it up. We have to run around and buy candy for them. You know, we have to bow to them. It's really irritating. One of them, Teacher Rinpoche, ran me over with a bike one day. and I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, Rinpoche. And the reincarnation of the Dalai Lama's teacher Rinpoche. So he ran me over with a bike. And then I was like, oh, I'm so sorry, Rinpoche. Then I had never been in his private room before. And then this monk comes down and says, Rinpoche wants to see you in his private room. I'm like, uh-oh. And I went up there and he goes, he's like 8 years old, you know. He's like, you need to study more Lam Rim, okay? I'm like, okay. I said, okay, you can go. Because I got really irritated inside, but I was very respectful. So how he knew, I don't know. And that's all. He didn't say anything else. He said, you can go now. Okay, anyway, you tukus and says of Kudak. So you haven't seen Kudak before. It doesn't mean fierce. It means nobility. So in Tibet, there was a very rigid and nasty system of casteism and feudalism. And there were very cruel nobility who would cut people's eyes out and stuff like this. So there was such a thing. Whether that justifies conquering a people, I don't know. But Kudak. So Kudak is those, what do you call them? Aristocracy. You children of aristocracy, and that's so insightful. Rich kids, the most useless kids in the monastery. We have a problem like that right now going on. The parents are rich. They keep pulling the kid out and saying he's got to learn algebra or something. And he's not getting a good education. So anyway, these troublesome rich kids, Tabu Namte, Chungunye, from your early years, from their baby time, Kishore means spoiled. Okay, shore means lost or slipped into happiness. Kishore, like Deki means happiness. It's a very common woman's name, Deki. So Kila Shore means those of you who got into bad habits. You always got what you wanted, and you could do anything you wanted. And then you got this habit of Kindu Chewa. You just want to have a good time. Your parents took you to 5-star hotels. You did jet skis. You know, you had money. And now you're used to it. And it's very difficult to train those people in the monastery. It's almost hopeless. Okay. Thank God I mean, it's cool that I don't think anybody here grew up with money. Anyway, it can really ruin you. You know. Luckily, my family didn't have this problem. Okay, thank you.
Take you 인패 롱추 진패 롱추 침키테 셰속친 축키 고네 속속파식 급발라 테미 속파탕.
By the way, when a normal geshe can criticize the kudarks and the tukus, it means he's a really great lama, because otherwise he would be kicked out of the monastery or something. Okay, so that means it's a sign of his eminent scholarship that he got away with that statement. They will be sitting in the front, so it's pretty brave to. It means he was eminent. We don't know much about him, but we know that he must have been well respected in his monastery. If he could criticize if he could say stuff like that and not get in trouble. Okay. So anyway, $100. It's worth $100. It's worth $300. I'm not even going to say the question. Read my mind.
What's the closet now? Oh, is it already in a virgin now?
You're flirting with it. Just give me the whole thing.
Oh, yeah. Giving is the cause of all.
Yeah.
Getting all riches, all goodness.
$300.
Nice.
It's the correlations. It's the first line of the correlations.
Yeah.
Come on, you guys.
First two, right?
Yeah, it is the first two. You're right. Okay, got it. $100 for the Sanskrit. Perfect. Perfect. Now with all the h's at the end.
Dana Bhoga.
Bhoga.
Shantya Kanti.
That's 3. This is 2.
Oh, that's not more than just those two.
No, you went to 3.
Oh.
You didn't finish. This is the second perfection. I'll tell you something. It's cool.
Sukham Shila.
Shilat. $100. Okay, I'm working for Mooncake. He's working for Mooncake. He goes home and tells Aaron how much money he made.
I don't.
He just spends it. He just spends it. Yeah? Or you just slip it aside?
Well, yeah, it's just like I look cool, then she wants something, and I'm just like, oh yeah, we got that.
Okay. I thought it went directly into Mooncake's college fund. Okay.
We're not quite there yet.
Okay. Jimbe Danad Bogar. Say Danad Bogar. You get wealth from giving. And Sukham Shilat. Yeah, you get happiness from morality. Okay. Shila, which means cool. Cool came from that probably. And it means keeping your vows, not hurting people. Leads to happiness, happy heart, a happy heart. Okay? Why is he mentioning it here? He says, you should have been collecting good karma, tsok, through the 6 perfections. That should have been your focus of your life, but you migso.
You didn't collect the karma.
Yeah, you didn't collect the karma because you were a spoiled brat, or you were lazy and you kept changing, what you kept going to a higher practice supposedly. Okay. Before you finish the first one. Okay. Keep going.
sen chungwa ni lopnir sokang che kyang duksen tane me par ka le chung se chik chung na chi so shepatan.
Good. Yeah. This is a nice word. You should learn it. Sembo is related to sawa, and we had it yesterday in the description in the Abhidharma of sawa.
It's not eat.
We had it in the Jungwache Mahabhuti. Mahabhuta.
Yeah,
Yeah, solidity. So sen means to stand firm, stand steadfast in the presence of trouble or pain. So it means to be a tough guy. Duksen means, it's a beautiful word. It means you get trouble, but you're like, oh, I don't care. I can do it. You know, tough guy. You know, when the tough gets going, the tough.
More like Akshoya, right?
When the going gets
Yeah, when the going gets tough, the tough get going. That's Duksen. Duksen means you get some trouble. There's trouble at your retreat center. You don't like flop over. You say, fuck, you know, I'm gonna do this thing, and you stand firm. Okay.
Macho,
Huh? Say again.
macho dude, she's saying.
macho dude.
Macho dude. Yeah, good. Yeah, it's a life tool. It just
We're
means
studying that downstairs. It's really
when
cool.
things don't go well, Duke, you stand firm. You don't collapse. You know, you try to fundraise, something goes wrong. You try to teach somebody, they turn out hating you. Then Duksen is like, okay, I'll do the next one. Okay, it's a beautiful word. Now, Chungwa, yeah, if you're a Duksen-less person, or a mini Duksen, okay, if you don't have much Duksen, the first time something goes wrong in your center or with your student, then you just collapse. That's called Duksen Chungwa, okay? Then, whatever you do, like Lopnir, yeah, if you study, if you choose to go the study route, or you choose to go the retreat route, or, okay, whatever you do, Duksen Tenime.
completely.
Yeah, you have no Duksen at all. You're Duksen-less. Unduksenable? Okay. You don't have any Duksen. And then what happens? Kale is an idiom.
Everything's difficult.
Kale kason. Say kale kason. Kale kason. Shinkula.
Thank you very much.
Okay. That's kale kason.
Oh, thanks for your hard work.
Yeah, it means that. It means, oh, you work so hard. You're so exhausted. You put so much effort for it. Kale kaso. So kale means you really worked hard.
Somehow
Kale.
doesn't sound nice when you say it.
No, it's usually positive. Kale kaso.
Usually.
He put his heart into it, and he wore himself out at Diamond Mountain in 89 years. Kale. So kale. But chungse, you get a little trouble, you know, and chishoche means you put it off. Oh, I'll do my meditation tomorrow. I got flies. There's a fly in the room, you know, which is a very common excuse. You know, oh, there's a fly in the room. I'll continue this tomorrow. So that's a kale chungse. Some tiny little trouble comes, and you decide, Chisha, I'll do that tomorrow. I'll get to that practice tomorrow, okay? You get a headache, or I don't know, you get a stomach ache, or someone calls you stupid, and you're like, it destroys you for the whole day. Okay? Don't do that. All right, here we go.
Döna chewa ni data.
Oh, excuse me. He was glossing this word, okay? Got it? Mm-hmm. So we got Duksen Chungla. There's people among you who don't have any spiritual toughness. And there's people among you who are de nak ngam sem. And then that's a weird word, and here we go.
Döna chewa ni datan de la sepen de par chakpa chir tang dini tang yang ne dönang che rangni ki yitarn de pe tse di de jor sokpa shintu nang pe jup na mi jup che pa tabu la serwain.
Okay, good. Do not chewani. So what's it mean when the root text says big black desire? Okay, big black desire. So what's it mean? What's black desire? Okay, dark-hearted desire. Okay, it says, well, chitang.
In general.
Yeah, in general, and I like to say, my Vinaya teacher was from Gyeong, east Tibet, near Chengdu, and he would say spitting. See the SPY? It's chitang in Lhasa dialect, and he'd say spitting, and I'm like, what? Spitting, spitting, and he'd say spitting. He was a very wrathful Lama. Anyway, so just so you know, I paid for my Vinaya lessons. He was extremely wrathful. Anyway, Chintang, when they say dark desire, right? Great dark desire, it's talking about what we usually know as Takpa, okay? What we usually hear described as Dupa la Dupa, or Duse la Dupa. And this is called desire for desire. And what it means is desire for attraction to the objects of the senses has a nickname in scripture called desire for desire. Okay. Okay. So what we usually see in scripture described as desire for desire, okay, nowadays, is really attraction to the senses, objects like you attracted to coffee or something like that, which never happens here. Chitang. So he says, look, it could be that thing we all call desire for desire, meaning attraction to the objects of the senses, okay? But Yangna, an alternate way of understanding black desire, okay, is where you desire something, okay? You have your eyes on a certain goal, and to get that pleasure or riches, okay, Jor? To get that pleasure or riches, you do bad-hearted things to get them, okay? V was telling me about a movie yesterday. What was it? Oh, some rich guy, James Garner, ancient black and white movie. So he watched it. She watched it with her mom at the nursing home with 12 other less there. She said they're all sitting there like that, and she was like laughing and jumping up and down, and she wasn't even sure they heard the movie, but then they all enjoyed it. Anyway, this rich guy, his grandfather says, "You just grew up rich. You didn't learn anything." He said, "I could do it." It says, "Okay, prove it." You know. So he signs a paper that says he can't use his family's money, and then he goes and gets a real job, and he has to prove himself from the bottom. You know. And I'm not telling you the whole story, okay? But at some point in the movie, he decides to apologize to all the people he hurt to get his money. And this is here, okay? Knock. Knock is high tone knock. And it means, it can mean pus, and it can mean nasty heart, okay? And so you got your riches and your happiness, your pleasures, through bad means, and that's what big black desires means in the root text, okay? So you have two ways of reading it: attraction to the objects of the senses, or to get the things you want by hurting other people, okay? Which is actually
ignorant desire.
Impossible. Oh. It just looks like you did. Okay, here we go.
Nam sem che shepa perna lopnier tabu shik che petse duknan duksen mepe te sam minu pa yinpa tale la yinpala shepchuk shepugne she tang lama kanpo kembo tabu e yong nyam patang.
Let's stop there, okay? That'd probably be a good place to split it, actually. Let's do that. Okay, so ngam means to crave something. Ngam means to have a high degree of desire for food or money or ngam. Okay, so here it's just ngam sem che because he's quoting the root text. Okay, don't forget the root text is a translation of a Sanskrit poem from 1,000 years ago. So the language is going to be old. So what's it mean to have a big craving mind? Then he divides it into two kinds. Those spiritual seekers, lobniras, and then normal people of the world. So he's going to describe ngamsem, craving mind, in two versions, okay? First is the version of the monk in the monastery, and then the second version is just normal people, okay? So he says, Berna, for example, if you were a student in the monastery, you just started your Geshe studies, you are studying white horses, Dura, his text, 15 years old, 13 years old, okay? This is normal study. Lom nyer tabo shik, chepe tse, duksen yomare. What's yomare? You ain't got a sliver of duksen. What's duksen?
Tough guy.
Yeah, you have no spiritual tough guy. You flop over the minute it gets hard, okay? Duksen yomare. And you tusam minu.
You're not able to listen to or understand.
Yeah, you're incapable of the first two of the three famous practices, which are tusam gom. Listening in the class, shruti, sam, contemplation, what you heard in the class, and then meditation on what the conclusions of your contemplations were, okay? And sometimes Sarah is called tusam norbalim. Yeah, the jewel island of learning and contemplation. I don't know what happened to the Gom. It's too busy there, right? People don't have time to go. Okay, Minupala. So here you are, a guy with no spiritual hardship capacity, and you're not good at classroom work, and you don't even contemplate ever. Okay? Shepukne means at the bottom of your heart. Okay? It's probably related to Shedang, meaning anger, but She must mean bottom of your heart. Okay, so Shepugne means in the bottom of your heart. You're thinking, Ayo, I think they're about to make me a Geshe or a high teacher or even abbot maybe this week. You know, there's people like that, you know, in the monastery. You say, you know, what are you up to? He says, I got this feeling they're going to ask me to be abbot, you know. And it doesn't happen for 80 more years, you know. So Ayong means, I think it's coming. I think they're going to make me abbot. I think they're going to ask me. I'm just waiting, you know. When I heard Dalai Lama was coming to our little temple, you know, so I got this Ayong. Oh, they're going to ask me to be the translator, you know. And then the board of directors called me, and they called me to a meeting, and I'm like, Ayong. They're going to ask me to translate. And they said, Mike, we need you. I'm like, I'm here. And they say, somebody has to not go to the teaching and cook momos all day. I'm like, what? And Art's going to translate. What? Okay, there's a good end to the story. So I missed the teaching. I'm in the kitchen all day. He went upstairs to Rinpoche's room, and they sent the momos up. There was huge, massive crowd of people. You couldn't get in the stairway. And then a message came down, Mr. D wants to see whoever made the momos.
Oh.
And they told me, the assistant said, go up, you know, but there's these Mongol warrior types, and they're like, they actually prevented me from going up. And then he came down and said, he's coming up, you know. And it was a big, tense moment. But anyway, I got to go up there. Okay, so never refuse to make the momos. You never know what might happen. Okay, here we go.
Jiktempe wangdu chena yang chawa kang yang chup parmi nupa yinpa la go sa ko sa shintu towa ke 쿵 론 타부 에용 냠페 감셈 체파라 세와 임페 테탁 체
Oh, I'm
두
sorry.
죽한 캬탁첸진 임팔 통네.
Okay. Jikdembe Wangtuchena. What's the Wangtuchena?
In this case, it's like in the context of.
Yeah, in the context of the worldly life. So we covered the monastic life. You think you're about to be asked to be the abbot. Okay. Or a lama. Yeah, Wangtuchena. So, but in the worldly version, is what he's saying. Kayan dupa minumpa, you're actually incapable of getting anything done. Okay? But you're looking at a kosa shinto toa.
You're at a very high position.
Yeah, you're looking at those very high positions. For example, kai konglun. And the definition of kung is that this is the Chinese word for like the county supervisor or something. We had it before, remember?
Well, Kong was the Chinese.
Chone Lama, the boss of the county, Chinese boss of the county. No, some kung kong. In Chinese language. It has guan or kung. Guan. Yeah, that's it. This is a mispronunciation of guan. Okay, so this is a Chinese word. So guan, lun means minister or high officer. Okay, so ka means appointed by the word of the emperor. Okay, so you think you're about to, the emperor is about to appoint you the head of Yavapai County, which is this county. Okay, then Tama, ayong.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think no, it's more like, I think it's coming. I think it's coming any day now. Ayon Yamba, that's Ngamsem. That's, I don't know. This Ngam means it's really craving, like, V made brownies yesterday and put them on the table, and then she left. And I got Ngamsem attack. He's like, that's called Ngamba. Okay. Then I had a moral crisis. She came back and said, did the gardener eat all those brownies? I'm like, well, Ngamsem Chipala, Serwa. This Serwa doesn't mean claim. It means that's what we call Ngamsem. That's what we call Ngamsem. In the worldly sense, someone who thinks they're about to be appointed the governor of Arizona, and they're just sitting in Rimrock watching Netflix, okay, which is what's happening in my house. Yimbe, so who got you into these kinds of thinking? This is Chuk, right? Who impelled you to think like that? It's your Dak Chentin. You better
See it, know it.
But what's the name?
Oh.
Why at the end of a sentence?
Because it's about to be
Oh.
Yay!
Chensa.
Anticipatory translation. What's the next line?
Dance on the head of your king.
Yeah. Dance on the head. Okay. So you're guessing the next few lines before you get to it is a very powerful translation technique. And you'll be able to translate much faster and greater accuracy. What should come after, you should see who's really causing you all this trouble, and then you should do. Okay, got it? That middle finger. Now use your third finger.
Sashi Puki Jishin Meto Cham Sri Raming Shin Yende Gempani Sangye Shindu Mikte Uargi Droku Namda Shin La Jupasho
Idam Guru Ratna Mandala Kamniyatayami
Gewadi
Kewokum Sanam Yeshe Tokso Shin Sanam Yeshe Lechungwe Dampa Kuni Toparshu Maraya. Yeah, we write a rock and roll song. What do you call it? Heavy metal Maraya.
Is this your last class, Seiji?
It is.
Oh, it's
Thanks,
always a
Nicola.
sad moment when we have the last class.
Yeah.
The last easy class.
When you sing dance on his head, in the Lojong,
I translated 25 years ago.
yeah. Is that when you say that repeat that says with the Rorafel smash now, the skull of mummy's
Yeah.
perceptions?
Yeah.
So the smash now is the
Yeah.
dance on his head.
Whatever comes before head is what it was. Yeah. Or the skull.
Skull.
Yeah.
Yeah, smash now. The
But
skull.
this author, he said, what was it? He said dance. He wants to read it as dance.
Is that
It wasn't the root text. Yeah, so there's different ways to read Chemse Chem.
Could be
But he wrote it as Tro Dunwa. He said it means dance, dance.
like mocking?
Yeah.
Smash his head, yeah.
It means like dance around like Muhammad Ali after he punched Sonny Liston. There's a famous boxing match. And he went boom to the most powerful boxer in the world. And the guy's down. And he's like, come on, get up, get up. You know, he's talking to the most dangerous boxer in the world. And the guy's like, no, it's okay, I'll stay down here. You know? But he's like, there's a famous photograph of him, like, get up. You know, he wants more fight. And the guy's like, that's okay, I'll just stay down here. You know? That's Chemse Chem. Come on.
Wow.
That's a very powerful moment. I think it was in the first round. Anyway, it's like watching. No, it's like watching Iron Man fight Thor. You know, and Thor's down, and within a minute, and Iron Man's like, "Get up," and the guy's like, "That's okay, I'll just stay here." You know. Anyway,
Take a break.
I'll show you the picture.
All right.
Oh, there is no break this time.
There's a break, there's a quick break. There's still get a few minutes to jog around the block.
No, I'm just saying.